I don't talk about this a lot, and I know a lot of men have been asking me these questions, asking me financial questions, asking me about the economy. You guys want to hear more about this from me. What you have to understand is the economy has changed completely. Like, it's not the same as what we've experienced before. It's not the same as getting a job, being okay. Inflation's going up. Like, there's real struggle out here, right? And I felt that when I was even in my 9-to-5 job, when it all started during COVID. COVID is when everything shifted, right? COVID shifted everything from getting a 9-to-5 job, getting your retirement, being able to actually live a good life, to now everything is digital. Everybody's getting replaced. AI is coming in. People's jobs are getting taken away from them. And the reality is there's a new economy that's forming that I don't think a lot of men are realizing. You see it, but you don't understand why it is. And I'm here to open up the floodgate for you to understand why that economy works, right? And it's what I call, and I'm the first person that's actually brought this up. I'm the first person that's made this term. So if you hear it from anybody else, know it came from me. The kingmaker economy, right? This is the economy that I believe that is exploding right now, that a lot of men can take advantage of and start to make a lot more money than where they're currently at, simply because men are craving transformations, right? Men are craving a leader that can show them a transformation that leader's made and help guide them through that process. We live in this economy mostly because men are realizing that it's not enough, right? Like, where they're currently at, the life that they're living right now is not enough, whether it be from a health perspective, from a fitness perspective, from a money perspective, from a relationship perspective. Men are starting to see the realities of life. And there are now becoming these men who have transformed their lives in very visceral ways that are popping up on social media, talking about their story and essentially giving other men the opportunity to work with them to transform themselves. This is literally what I've done. I've done this over the last couple of years, man. Like, on YouTube, you've seen it. I've grown. And I've hit 50,000 subscribers, which I'm really, really impressed about. But I also know that that's just the beginning, right? And throughout my time of doing this, I've helped men transform their mindsets. I've helped men transform their physiques. I've helped men transform their financial situations, whether it be from watching my videos or working with me one-on-one, right? And I've realized that this is what men are craving right now. And you as a man, maybe you're working a 9-to-5 job, and let's say you're in really, really good shape, because a lot of men in my audience, I didn't realize you're already in really, really good shape. You don't need to change your physique. You need to change your financial situation, right? And to change your financial situation, you have to utilize whatever transformation you've made, turn it into a story, package that story up into something that we like to call in the internet world an offer, right? And give that offer out to men to be able to make that same transformation. And men will pay thousands and thousands of dollars for this. It's not a scam. It's not a guru thing. It's a genuine trend that's going on right now in the modern economy, where people are literally paying for implementation. They're paying for someone to basically cut through all of the BS, cut through all of the pitfalls that they could potentially get to reach that goal a lot faster, typically within 3 to 6 months, right? And to be honest, I've pivoted a lot in my journey. You've seen on YouTube, I've pivoted a lot. But what I've noticed is my true direction, my true passion is to help men build kingdoms. It's to help men become kingmakers, to build kingdoms so that they can help other men do the same thing in their life, right? I don't necessarily have a crazy, directional passion towards fitness. I don't have a crazy directional path towards relationships, even though I've done relationship coaching with men or dating coaching with men before, like behind the scenes, and they pay me to help them with women and to help them with their relationship situation. That's cool. But where I've found the most fulfillment, to be honest, is helping men who are capable. Because I have found that when I work with men who are not capable, who've never had a transformation, who've never transformed their body, who's never transformed their mindset, and are trying to get there, and they want to build a personal brand, they want to see results faster, they can't. Because when people see you, they want to see a kingmaker. They want to see someone who can transform themselves into kings themselves. So the more that you can show that, whether it be showing your physique, which is why I do this on camera, right? When I was selling fitness coaching, that was the first transformational business that I did online. I was able to do that strictly because my physique showed a physique that other men wanted, right? And that is why they trusted me. And that's why they got the results that they got, because I had the knowledge, I had the experience to actually do it. And I had a deeper experience when it came to actually working in physical gyms, working with men, having a NASM certification, National Academy of Sports Medicine, all of that, right? But I also had a monetary transformation where not only did I build a tech company, I built and got my tech company funded to around 250,000. I also, once that didn't pan out because the economy drastically changed and companies stopped hiring, which is why I'm telling you this now, because I see this trend getting worse and worse, especially with AI, I got online and I started marketing. At first, I paid someone to show me how to do it. And then I started marketing my transformation, my physical transformation through my embodiment of my physique. And I understood how to speak. I understood how to speak on camera through trial and error. I was speaking on camera for a very long time. I was building my personal brand for a very long time. And I got to a point where I was getting a lot of men who were interested in getting the same results in their physical state. And then it got to a point where I was making money. And then I got to a point where men were asking me, hey man, like, can you help me with my personal brand? Can you help me do what you do on YouTube? Like, I want to be able to build at least 1,000 loyal follower or loyal subscribers that will actually like me and ride for me and actually like pay me for my services and pay me for my transformation so they can have the same transformation. I want to be able to make money online to where I'm free, to where I can travel like you are. You live in Romania, like you can literally go wherever you want. You can do whatever it is that you want. You make a good amount of money. Now, I'm not like the other guys who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. I'll never lie to you and say that. I believe the most I've made per month is 30K a month. I've done that, right? And the least I've made is 10K a month, right? At this stage in life. So I understand how to do that. And so if that's something you're interested in, if you want to become a kingmaker, if you want to actually be somebody who is thriving in this new economy that we live in, you have a transformation, you are jacked or you are in shape, you look like somebody that somebody else would want to follow, click the link in the description, apply for the Kingmaker mentorship that I have. It'll be one-on-one with me. I'll help you package up your story. I'll help you literally create a service, a product that you can sell to other people and actually see results in other people. I think this is the most ethical business to get into right now. I've thought about so many other businesses, but this is the best business. One, for me, because I'm helping other men sell their transformations. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, that's fun to me. I don't wanna just help men with their physique. I don't wanna just help men with their mindset. I wanna help men all together. And I think the biggest problem is there are men who are making some money right now who want to be able to be on their own, who don't want to rely on a boss, who want to actually make something of themselves. I'm helping those men, right, start to leverage what they have and leverage the improvements and the achievements they've made in their life to transform other men, to feel that fulfillment and also make money while doing it, right? And like I said, I'm not some guru on this. I'm just somebody who you've probably watched for the last year grow and rise and do what it is that I'm doing. You've probably seen my other tutorials on personal branding and things like this. This is deeper. This is helping men build kingdoms, not just a personal brand, but a kingdom, an ecosystem where people are buying into your transformation. Every new transformation you make, you can package that up and sell it to someone who's a couple steps behind you. It's very, very ethical. The only time it's not ethical is when you're selling a transformation you never made. So if I were selling the Kingmaker program that I have, that I've just put out, and I've never made a transformation in that sense, I've never become a king in my own life. I've never built the physique that I wanted to build. I've never actually built an audience. I've never sold to an audience. I've never made money. I've never given people results. I would be scamming you. But the reality is I did that. And for the longest time, I got to a point where I almost had imposter syndrome where I was like, man, I don't think I'm good enough to sell this yet. I don't think I'm making $100,000 a month. I'm not making that. So like, how would somebody listen to me? But I realized that's a really good income that I was making, 10 to 30K a month, right? Up and down. And it was up and down because I didn't realize this Kingmaker philosophy where it's like, you can package multiple transformations and sell multiple transformations at once. You don't need to sell one transformation. Now, if you only have one, sell that one. And then as you evolve, you sell bigger and better transformations. You make more money, the bigger transformations that you go, right? Because it becomes more valuable, right? So that's the route that I want to take. And the reason why I think this channel is so powerful is because just watching my free content alone, right? Watching all of my YouTube content should transform your mindset, should transform your physique. I have full physical transformation guides, right? If you just look on my channel, I have all of those things to get you physically in shape, to get you mentally dialed in, even to get you financially dialed in. I have like some financial like, if you look at my brand money playlist, I have all of that stuff there, to the point where like you can start to really make transformations and then want to work with me to amplify it, to get some clarity, to understand. So that's the economy that we're in. We're in this digital economy where it's rewarding kingmakers. It's rewarding men who've made transformations. And I didn't realize this when I was making a transformation in my life, that I was actually priming myself to dominate in this economy. Because I actually put in the work in myself. I actually experienced those things in life. I experienced dealing with a lot of women. I experienced building my physique from when I was super skinny and scrawny and didn't have any muscle to my name. I experienced going from being in complete debt, not having any money, literally having my apartment evicted, right? Almost getting an eviction, to then starting to make $10,000 a month, selling my own transformation because I realized I had a story that was unique enough and I had a perspective unique enough that other people could buy. So that's my whole thing, this kingmaker economy. That's my entire life philosophy I want to put together, because that's genuinely what I could genuinely focus on for the next 10 years. I could genuinely focus on this. I can't focus on fitness for the next 10 years. I can still help people with fitness. I can still put out fitness videos. I can still put out mindset videos, and mindset has to do with money as well. But the biggest interest that I have is transforming your mindset around making money, your mindset around your confidence in yourself to even not have the imposter syndrome to sell, your focus so that you don't pivot like I did, right? And you stick with one thing long enough to see it grow. It's the reason I haven't hit $100,000 a month, if I'm being frank. I haven't actually done I haven't stayed on that one path because I didn't have a mission. I was selling mechanisms that worked for me that I knew could work for other people, but there was not an overall mission. And my mission, to be honest, when I sat down for like 2 hours, analyzed everything, and I'm like, I'm building kings. I'm literally building kings, and I'm creating something called a kingmaker economy, where people become competent enough to where they can start to sell their own transformations. They can sell their own and make transformation-based businesses and actually live a life of freedom. So none of the content is going to change the way that I'm talking now, but my service to you behind the scenes is going to change. I will still help you with your physique. The link will be in the description. If you really want to accelerate your physique to become the man that can sell transformation, I can help you with that. But if you're a man who's already made transformation, but you're not seeing the income aligned with that transformation that you want, 10K a month. Everybody wants to make 10K a month. I don't know why. I think it's interesting, right? Even 5 to 10K a month or 5 to 8K a month could be life-changing for some of you guys, especially with the freedom that you'd have. So if that's something you're interested in, again, links will be in the description. Apply to work with me. The calls will be serious. The calls will be breaking down your story. They'll be breaking down if it makes sense to actually work with me one-on-one, because my time is very valuable and I want to work with people who are genuinely committed to this. Right? If you're at zero and you don't have anything, you need to make some transformations. The reason why any man is at $0 right now in their time is because they have not made a transformation big enough to where they can have the confidence to be able to sell that transformation in the new economy that we're living in now. Right? Even made a transformation big enough to show up to an interview and wow the person who's at the interview to get the job, which means you have to learn some skills. But if you have some baseline skills and you have some good transformations, I can help you. Right? If you're making a little bit of money, maybe you're making 2K a month, 3K a month, 4K a month, whatever that looks like, and you have some savings to invest in something like this to be able to learn how I did it. I'm not going to say it's guaranteed, but it is technically guaranteed if you put in the work. All right? Anybody who's actually put in the work, you can see that it's worked. I've worked with some big guys that you even watch now. I have a client interview with my guy Luther, man. I helped him get on YouTube and start to pop off. And you see him now. He's doing his thing, right? So if that's something you're interested in, tap in with me and we'll get to work. So I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next video.